Dan Rather, CBS News. Good evening, and welcome to the first presidential debate of this 2004 election. The opponents in tonight's debate will be presidential candidate John Kerry, squaring off against Senator John Kerry. Let's start with you, Senator Kerry. Many of our viewers tonight are quite frankly unclear as to whether or not you support the full funding of the troops in Iraq.
I think we should increase it by whatever number of billions of dollars it takes to win. It is critical that the United States of America be successful in Iraq.
Would your opponent, the original Senator Kerry, like to respond?
I actually did vote for the $87 billion before I voted against it.
Whoa. I've got absolutely no idea what that means. What about your vice presidential running mate, Senator Edwards?
I'm proud to say that John joined me in voting against that $87 billion.
Would the other Senator Kerry like to respond?
That's irresponsible. I don't think anyone in the Congress is going to not give our troops ammunition, not give our troops the ability to be able to defend themselves.
Wow, the late Gregory Hines has nothing on you. Tap, 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 ready, tap, tap, to tap, tap, to tap, 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 tap. By the way, pardon me for a moment, Dan Rather reporting, CBS News. This just in, off the fax machine from Kinko's in Midland, Texas. I'm just hearing in my ear that CBS News can report exclusively that versatile entertainer Gregory Hines is indeed alive. We'll have a full report tonight on the CBS Evening News. Senator Kerry, do you believe that President Bush exercised a sufficient amount of diplomacy in the build-up to the war?
The president did not do almost anything correctly in the walk-up to the war. They did not give legitimacy to the inspections. We could have still been doing inspections even today, George.
Please, don't call me George. Senator Kerry, your opponent, the other Senator Kerry, has portrayed you as a warmonger and a right-wing hawk. Please respond.
I think we clearly have to keep the pressure on terrorism globally. This doesn't end with Afghanistan by any imagination, and I think the President's made that clear. I think we've made that clear. Terrorism is a global menace. It's a scourge. And it is absolutely vital that we continue, for instance, Saddam Hussein.
So, Senator Kerry, let me help you. My question is, are you for or against the war?
I think I answered your question.
Answer it again, one more time.
I think I answered your question.
I think you haven't. Senator Kerry, are you an anti-war candidate?
I am, yeah.
But are you for the war?
I believe that in the post-Cold War period, this issue of proliferation, particularly in the hands of Saddam Hussein, is critical.
But Senator Kerry, you have said that you support the war.
We will not eliminate the problem for ourselves or for the rest of the world with a bombing attack.
I'm sorry, Senator Kerry, you are against the war. Am I right about that?
I think the war, I've said it 100 times. I think it was a huge mistake for the president to go to the war the way he did.
Whoa, Danny Boy's getting dizzy.
Going it alone in Iraq, that's the wrong choice.
Senator Kerry, your opponent has been very critical of President Bush for acting unilaterally.
Obviously, the United States has to protect our national security interests, and we have to do what we think is right.
And, Senator Kerry, on that note, it was right to go into Iraq and depose Saddam Hussein.
I believe that he has used these weapons before. He has invaded another country. He views himself as a modern-day Nebuchadnezzar. And I think we have to stand up to that.
Senator Kerry, you support the war.
I am, yeah.
But you're against the war.
Yeah.
But you support it.
No.
But you're against it.
Yeah.
Because you're saying one thing and then saying the opposite.
Yeah.
Senator Kerry, some have accused you of changing your mind and flip-flopping, back and forth, flip-flop, flop-flip, like a fish out of water.
That's not a flip-flop.
Uh-huh. And on that note, CBS News can now report exclusively that a school of vicious trout are attacking Washington, D.C. via the Potomac River. They have overtaken the Pentagon. CBS News can confirm all of this with an email that just landed in my Hotmail account. And also, according to an accompanying email, all Viagra is now 50% off and available online with overnight delivery. So, Senator Kerry, for our viewers tonight who might be a bit unclear, you do support the war, sort of.
Terrorist groups that invite them to...
Not you, the other one.
If we know there was no imminent threat, no weapons of mass destruction, no ties to Al-Qaeda, the United States should have evaded Iraq? My answer, resoundingly, no.
But Senator Kerry, you are for the war.
See, you're playing here. What I voted for was an authority for the president to go to war as a last resort if Saddam Hussein did not disarm and we needed to go to war.
I'm sorry, Senator. I'm confused. That is your position.
No.
You are an anti-war candidate.
I am, yes.
You seem to be reluctant.
I mean, look, I can't be clearer.
Has your position changed?
No.
Has your position on this issue evolved?
I am, yes.
So you mean...
The fact is, in the resolution that we passed, we did not empower the president to do regime change.
I understand.
When you're at war, it is important to tell the truth to the American people.
It was right to go into Iraq.
Yeah.
But you are an anti-war candidate.
Yeah.
Am I right about that?
Yeah.
But you seem to be reluctant.
Yeah.
Are you confused?
Yeah.
Should I be as confused as I am?
Yeah.
Pardon me just a moment. All right, I'm hearing right now that, yeah, CBS News can report exclusively at this moment that both participants in our debate tonight are actually the same person, which sounds a little far-fetched and somewhat difficult to believe. And I don't know if I do, or if I can. Quite frankly, I'm insane. Thank you to both of our participants in the debate tonight. Senator Kerry squaring off against Senator Kerry. Wow, that was weird. Dan Rather, CBS News. Good night.
That's not a flip-flop.